spend an evening with so many great basketball notables. This native New Yorker would spend the majority of his NBA playing career with the New York Knicks. He was selected to 6 consecutive All-Star teams and was named to the All-NBA second team 3 times. He would average more than 17 points and 5 assists per game for his professional career. At the collegiate level, he started at Iona prior to being drafted by the Knicks and completing a 2-year military obligation with the Marine Corps. After his time with the Knicks, he'd go on to play and coach with the St. Louis Atlanta Hawks. One of the game's great competitors, he was elected from the Veterans Committee. Welcome, Richie Guerin. Richie is in the cast of thousands who have come here from all over the country to witness this great weekend for us tonight. Richie Guerin, a lot of you folks know Richie. Richie, he made his mark in the league as a player and as a coach. And I tell you, none, in my mind, was more competitive or tougher than Richie Guerin. Not many have attempted to play this game and coach it as well while playing. In fact, Lenny Wilkinson's here. He's with us, and he was one of them. He did it so well. But looking back, Richie, how difficult was it? Playing, coaching at the same time?
Well, I was a big surprise when Mr. Kerner called me into his office and said he was replacing the previous coach and asked me if I would give it a shot. And it really took me by surprise because I wasn't prepared to get into coaching at that particular time. But I had the endorsement of Lenny and 2 of the stars of the team, and we didn't change anything to speak of, but in those days, I remember the first thing I said when I took the job, I said, well, I'm going to have to get an assistant. And he said to me, we don't have any money in the budget for an assistant. He said, you're just going to have some fine sitting on the bench and let him help you out. It was a challenge, but we had great teammates and a lot of cooperation, and we were fairly successful.
Richie, come on. You just loved it out there. You couldn't wait to get out and get into somebody. You were a tough guy. And I mean, you know, going back now, I mean, there are a lot of guys that you had some pretty good set twos with. You ever run into any of these guys and sit down and talk about some of those tough ball games?
Well, I haven't run into that many former competitors in recent years, but we used to go to a lot of the All-Star events and you'd run into some people about celebrity matches and stuff like that. Nothing that really ever was personal. It was the heat of the game when things got out of hand somewhat. But we all had the respect for one another. We just competed hard, and at the end of the day, the best team won.
Well, you're a guy that I've won on my team. Richie Guerin, class of 2013. Sylvia.